Hey y'all, it's a bottle of almond water and well you get it, this is the backrooms void where I make videos. These creatures are found on level 3 and appear vaguely humanoid in appearance. They crawl on all fours to move across the halls of the backrooms, with their back legs further stretched out, more similar to a canine's leg structure than to ours. On the back of the burster are many calluses, that explode in small pops of acidic fluids when agitated or hunting prey. The bursters will stay mostly docile in a fetal-like position, but when a living creature comes near the calluses on its back will burst, causing an explosion of acidic-like substances to spray against the victim's face, usually impairing their vision. After this occurs, the burster will wait for the acid to kill the victim, which it usually succeeds in doing. If the victim survives, the burster will continue to spray acid until said victim has succumbed to shock. Dunks are small, boxy entities, sporting a long trunk that strikingly resembles a human arm. Dunks are well known for how easily they may be tamed, and how excessively compliant they are towards their owners. Dunks are naturally peaceful in temperament. However, due to their unquestioning obedience towards their owners, tamed dunks will not hesitate to commit acts of extreme violence if commanded. Interestingly, the only exception is the fact that dunks will always refuse to attack anyone with an elderly appearance or age. Dunks also seem to be rather adventurous and are found in a majority of well-lit levels. As a result, they boast remarkable adaptive capabilities. Wild dunks are quite adventurous. They are known to wander large distances, rarely settling in any one area. Though they tend to stay within the bounds of a single level, it is not unheard of for them to wander across multiple levels, leaving clones behind them as they go. Wild dunks are passive in disposition, and will neither attack nor help others. They seem indifferent towards other entities and pay no mind to anything which does not directly bother or endanger them. Also known as grabbers. Transporters are tall, dark, floating humanoid figures. They can appear anywhere past level 3, and get more common as you go farther through the backrooms. They appear when you reach a T-junction in the hallways. 2 of the 3 ways will continue as normal, but entering the third way will reveal a transporter at the end of the hallway. If you turn around, you will find the passage into the hallway is gone, replaced by a simple wall. The transporter will walk towards you, gradually speeding up, until it finally reaches you. It will then grab onto your shoulders. It seems that what happens next is random. Either you die, or, according to many survivors' documentation of a transporter, you're thrown through a void, and land in various levels. It is unknown if you could be transported anywhere else by these entities. Should a transporter be spotted, attempt to go opposite to where it is facing. This method may not be reliable due to the transporter's nature. Raviocs are entities that can be found in the backrooms, most commonly on level 5 and level 7, characterized by their many legs and ability to burrow into the ground. These creatures should be considered extremely dangerous. Raviocs will burrow into the ground for several weeks at a time, waiting for wanderers or other entities to walk over them. The ground will eventually heal, and look like it did before. After around 5 to 9 seconds of standing on the ground will begin to break, and the Ravioc will break out of the floor and grab its victim, pulling it back underneath the floor. What happens at this point is unknown, but the victim may re-emerge as a bare, brittle skeleton. It is assumed that the Ravioc forces its victim to suffocate underground, and discards the remains. Wretches are a human-like entity, often described as acting undead or zombie-like. Once human, these entities were transformed via a poorly understood process, thought to stem from deprivation of vital sustenance such as food, water, and sleep. Wretches are common throughout the backrooms, residing in the shadows wherever humans gather due to their nature. The process of transformation into a wretch appears to be related to hunger, thirst, and lack of sleep. Isolation is thought to accelerate the process, judging by the high concentration of wretches in unexplored or dangerous areas. The process of transformation into a wretch is commonly referred to as the wretched cycle among wanderers, and cannot be reversed by normal means. However, a transformation in process can be stalled by proper sustenance and rest, including almond water and royal rations. Complete prevention of the process is possible, but rare and often risky. Wall masks are thought to reverse the transformation, at a cost. Reality fresheners are hypothesized to aid in prevention as well. A Withergzer is a large spider-like creature that possesses 16 appendages. While a close encounter with it is highly dangerous, not only are they slow, they also aren't observed to chase prey. As long as you steer clear of its traps, they are essentially harmless. They generally stay hidden on ceilings, creating ball-shaped webs and filling it with a sedative that, while unable to completely paralyze a victim, is enough to greatly dampen a person's thinking capability. It then hangs these balls on the ceiling with additional webbing. It continues to do this when there is no prey nearby. On smaller prey, i.e., other bugs, it simply spurts the chemical and then starts to eat the prey. On humans, however, it stays completely still as to not be noticed. When the wanderer is directly below its traps, it proceeds to cut down a single ball. The ball then bursts out the sedative onto the target. Most targets will not notice the first one, but will start to feel weird. The effect of the depressant starts and the victim will start to feel less aware of their surroundings. It then proceeds to drop all of the balls at once, eventually making the target completely unresponsive to any outside stimuli. The Withergzer then drops down to its prey and proceeds to eat it alive. After feeding, it returns to the nearest possible ceiling and hibernates before setting up its traps once again. Crawlers are the collective name for all those affected by a certain, somewhat anomalous species of fungus. This fungus growth is extremely aggressive, and the infection is present in abundance on many levels. Therefore, this makes crawlers an extremely active threat in the backrooms. The crawler fungus can only spread to humans through liquid, and thrives in warm, dark, and damp places. It can only spread by contact to small animals or insects that are affected by it. Once these animals or insects reach stage 4 of the infection, they will become extremely aggressive, and will attempt to spread the fungus through any means necessary. You may be bitten by an infected individual, which means that the fungus has already spread to you. There is no known cure to the crawler infection. Crawler fungus can be characterized by bright white buildup on an animal's body. This fungus is visually similar to the Torrubiella pulvinata fungus, a strain of cordyceps fungi which zombifies and infects cellar spider. It will attempt to engulf the entire body of the animal in the substance, slowly consuming its energy and nutrients for growth purposes. Spores are released in liquid substances such as blood, saliva, urine, or sweat, and as such it is recommended to patch your wounds to avoid infection. Ah, you're here. I was expecting you. I hope I didn't startle you too badly. I would just like to have a little talk between the two of us, on business terms, of course. I know you've had a few questions for me, some you've tried to answer yourself. Though I'm sure nothing beats talking to the real deal. No need for names, don't worry, I know very well who you are. What is it you call me again? The beast of level 5? Goodness, talk about a way to treat your business partner. Why not the gentleman of level 5? Ah, well, I guess it's pointless to dwell on that. If it works for you, then I suppose it works for me. This is my hotel. My domain, if you will. Nice, isn't it? I hope it didn't give you too much trouble. Having run a place like this for so long, I try my best to keep it in its best shape. You're scared, aren't you? That's all right. I can't imagine what you might have gone through to get here. How about this? I can help you. Let's strike a deal, you and I. It'll be our little secret. You just have to do a few things for me, nothing too difficult. And I promise you'll never have to feel that fear ever again. I promise. You trust me, right? Don't trust anyone else. I simply want to make a deal. 18 isn't to be fucking trusted. I don't care how nice he makes himself sound, or how much he assures you you can trust him, he's going to watch you until he can see you break. Don't trust the portraits or the patterns in the wall, they're all lies, they're all fucking lies. No matter how short your stay is in there, he can see everything. He can smell your fear and he'll use that to his advantage. It's too fucking late for me, I can't fix this. I'm not finishing my end of this dumb deal. I don't care anymore. I'm done. I don't even know why I'm writing this, maybe as some desperate final plea. They don't even believe me. I guess this'll just have to show them. Don't look at the portraits on the walls, don't look at the portraits on the walls. Don't look at the portraits on the walls, don't look at the portraits on the walls. Entity 19, named the disease by an unknown explorer, is a virus that lurks in the backrooms. The virus is most often found in moist, damp environments. This includes rotten wallpaper, moss, stagnant water, and decaying corpses. While there are several different strains, the main symptoms of the virus include eye irritation, bleeding, dehydration, rashes, bumps, hives, stomach pain, ulcers, audiovisual hallucinations. There are 3 main stages to the virus following initial infection. If the disease goes untreated for around 4 days, the infected will die. But don't fear, a bottle of almond water is here to treat you. As stated, the disease is not an instant death sentence. Through proper treatment, the severe symptoms can be avoided. If you begin to experience symptoms of Entity 19, remain far away from other survivors to avoid infecting others. Remain in a cool, dry area and sip water or almond water. Avoid movement if possible. You want to rest your body to the best of your ability. Do not overwhelm your body. Breathe slowly and consume small amounts of food and water at any time. Most importantly, do not scratch any bumps that form on your body. If you stay completely calm and rested, your body will be able to fight the infection. Your immune system will be weak in the days following initial infection, but you will survive. Nearly all infected who follow these steps do not die. Most will develop immunity. The thing on level 7 has little information on specific detail thus far, having only been seen by a handful of travelers. It appears to be the only one of its kind left, and is highly intelligent. Although incapable of speech, it can write. It is omnivorous and brutal and appears to care little for humans, as it has stated when asked. It is a black, snake-like figure that is said to be roughly 11,000 meters long, with no features except for a large mouth that is only visible when it is open and is big enough to swallow a small hotel hole. This mouth takes up a third of its face, with sharp, 10-meter teeth inside. It reportedly hunts down movement. It sees and circles its would-be victims in a manner similar to that of a shark. It has been known to expel large quantities of tar from its skin in some situations, the causes for which are unknown. Despite its appearance, the only traveler to come into physical contact with it has given it the ironically appealing nickname, Tiny, which it appears to despise. It is responsible for the death of U. Sage Kabuto and U. Glassy-Dude 101. As of now, the thing on Level 7 is the only known thing on Level 7. It has insane regenerative abilities, making it near immortal.